is Bima with Andra, and I'm 11th grade, and I'm from Central High School, Trenggalek, Ethiopia. So this has oriented student in classroom based on their intelligence and academic performance rather than on their age. State school education is something that important right now. All children has a low educational process, and the most educational process is based on their age. Maybe maybe if you in 11 years old, you must be in 12th class, and if you in 16 years old, you must in a 10th class. But in fact, the starting age of every education isn't too important because a lot of younger student, 60 years old children maybe had a better intelligence than the other student. So what is the problem? That first, a different circle. A lot of student have growth from different circle itself. Maybe the younger had a better facility than the others than the older. So that a student, the younger student had a better intelligence. Maybe from the beginning, the younger student had some kind of like a facilities to improving their mind, their intelligence, and everything else. And the second problem is holding an educational process. Intelligent student have more knowledge than not too smart student. So that intelligent student has holder. They must follow the others. If the under, in some class there's an intelligent student and there is not too intelligent student. If one person had a better result, it can it's kind of like holding up the educational process because the intelligence, the intelligent student must follow must follow some student had who had who had not had enough some kind of intelligence than him. So stands we want a sorting student in the classroom based on an intelligence and academic performance rather than the age. How to work like first, we want a sorting student based on intellectual. Now student facilities have different quality of human. So with a sorting with a sorting of sorting of student with intelligence, their intelligence, maybe it can create a good habit for the student itself. And for an unsmart student, the student who had not enough had enough intelligence and the intelligent student maybe can get good circle to improve in anything else. How we want to start it? We want a test intelligence for our student. We want to test intelligence for our student with the same lesson with the same some kind of like material for the other, so that student will have better intelligence, or the student will have enough intelligence can be noted, can be founded. And the alternative way, we want a special class. If government cannot sorting a student based on their intelligence, maybe we want to create some special class where student had a different intelligence, so that person can join some kind of like a class, a special class, which in that class there is some kind of like student will have same intelligence with him, so that so that education process can be maximal in both. So that if they are not agree with assorting student with from intelligence rather than on their age, so that they are developed or work with so a lot of students can get better educational process because improving of them based on their age. Come to my argument. I have two arguments. The first argument is why education is important, and the second argument is how a reading student can make a better educational process. Come to my first argument, why education is important. Education creates a good character and the student knowledge itself. In education, you had a way to get some more knowledge, which is important for every student. In education itself, you can know what is your talent, what is your special talent in you. With the education process, students can get vision about their future. Maybe you better in math in some education, so that you have some kind of like good way to having math. To have some kind of like math in the future itself. Student can know about the talent. Student can know about what is my special subject in some kind of class, so that they can some kind of like a vision for the future itself, which is good. And come to my second argument, how a reading student can make a better educational process. The problem is a lot of students have not enough knowledge, must join another student with the same their age. right? I took the example, maybe so some like some kind of class that is so some kind of different integration for every student itself. Maybe it's kind of like student who had no enough knowledge, and yeah, and the other student is had some kind of like a knowledge itself. Um, so um, with some kind of like sorting student with the same age, it can make some educational process can be holding up. Come to my second problem is now that intelligent student are more than the others must join the same class, which is holding up too with intelligent student. Intelligent student must follow them than the others, and the other people must follow the intelligent student, which is this kind of relation is not good for education process in itself. What is the origin? First, education process can be maximal for unsmart student or maybe the intelligent student because of that. So that they can so both of them cannot improving something that I really wanted in the future itself. And what is the second? What is the origin? It can create a cheating habit. The reason why of cheating itself is because kind of like some kind of person who want reach something in above them. Um, Intelligent student can give them a cheat for some unsmart student, so that unsmart student can be followed intelligent student. So same with unsmart student can want cheating from the intelligent student, so that they can follow the intelligent student itself. What's our proposal? The first, we want to sort in student for their intelligence. With the sorting of their intelligence, it can make some kind of like good habit for every student itself. Student can know about what is my talent and what is my talent, and how can I improving my education, my talent, and everything else. And my second proposal is with a good circle based on intelligence, student can improving their talent skill with the same circle, which is with some kind of like good circle and everything else. If you have some kind of like some kind of vision with the other with the same knowledge and the others, it can create a good competition. With some kind of student who have same intelligence and anything else, you can create a good competition with the others. You can compete, you can do your best, you can do your maximum way on your education without you have more cheating the others, so and cheating the unsmart student itself, so that it can good for improving on some kind of educational process, and it's also good for every student itself, so that government can get the impact is education process can be better, and also student can get some kind of like the impact of that, so that the student can do a competition, can do education process as well. So thank you very much.